Today we will be demonstrating how to complete a Cobas Liat rapid PCR COVID procedure in the lab. We're here at PSP. We have our sample, our patient sample that was collected by the provider. We have our lab bench, complete with our Cobas Liat machine, our workspace, and over here I'm going to grab our assay tube. The assay tube is kept in the fridge, comes in a package that looks like this. We're going to take our tube and proceed to the workbench. So prior to beginning the test, please be sure you have the required PPE, a gown, safety glasses, and gloves. We are now ready to begin, and a surgical mask. We are now ready to begin our rapid test. Begin by turning on the machine. Power button is located on the right side underneath the top part. While the machine is loading, you can begin setting up your workstation. So you'll see here we have a little protective sheet, our plexiglass shield, our holder, and again our assay tube and sample. Simply open the assay tube by using this corner. It has a notch. Remove the contents of the package. It should contain a pipette and an assay tube. The assay tube has two parts to it. One is the collection well, and then the sleeve or jacket that is maintained on the external part of the tube. As you can hear, the machine is warming up. You can see that it has lights indicating the progress. So we're almost there. While that continues, I'm going to remove the patient sample from the Ziploc bag. The patient sample will be secured in the holder, like so. And while we are waiting for this to warm up, I can show you this will be, once we're ready to go, it will be held in place in this configuration. Put this back really quickly. Right, we have progressed to the initial logon screen. So simply follow the prompts. So we are being instructed to enter a user ID. So the user ID is actually located on top of the machine. Admin, then enter. And the password also located on the top of the machine. 2, 3, 6, 4, 6. You will see your menu of options. We would like to run an assay. Go ahead and it's highlighted blue, so go ahead and select that. So to start the process, we need to scan the tube ID. So you can see here that there's a barcode. So that's what we'll be scanning. You simply hold the barcode underneath this area and press scan. And you line up. And you can see now that the information down here has auto-populated into that box. The next prompt is to scan the sample ID. Because we don't have sample IDs to scan, we will be entering those by hand. So we're going to go ahead and push enter. So the sample ID for our, when completing this test in the lab, will just be the patient's MRN number followed by the date. So for example, it would be MRN, it would be 12345 underscore 5/21/2021. So we're going to call this test, and then we'll do the underscore. Once you've completed that, go ahead and press enter. And it should populate into the box. So the third step is to add the sample and rescan the tube ID. So I'm going to begin that now. So like I said, we'll remove the assay tube from its jacket, place it into the holder like so. So now we'll be opening both the sample as well as the assay tube. Once both containers are open, remove your pipette. You will see here that it has an area where you would squeeze the pipette. So go ahead and squeeze the top part, insert that into the sample, and remove some contents of the sample. Place the contents of the sample, and now that the pipette has been released, the top of the pipette, go ahead and place the contents into the well, like so. So the goal here is to transfer the contents of the pipette into the well without any bubbles. So the best method for doing that is to rest the pipette in the well, slowly squeeze the top, and withdraw the pipette. While squeezing, withdraw the pipette from the well. Like so. Place the pipette, or return the pipette to its packaging, like so. You can replace the caps on both samples. Okay, now that we have our liquid contents into the well, we will return it to its jacket, like so. And we will rescan the tube as instructed. So same thing, line up your barcode, press scan. Now we have 20 seconds to transfer the sample, or the assay tube with the sample, into this part, the top part of the machine. You can see we have a countdown here. Once the lid, or once this device pushes forward, you know that the sample has been secured into the machine, and it will begin the process of analyzing the sample in order to detect or not detect COVID. So you have a timer that counts down. So during this, you can, clean your area a little, work on something else, but just know that you have 20 minutes, and after that, you will have a result.